All right, I'm back. And as you can see here, this is Wes, SACBEE. They got papers to sell. They need to make money. And I told him when he met me in April of 2021 at the Temple coffee shop that I was that real deal and I would not shun him. And I meant that. So start your question, sir.
A lot of this latest round seems to have started with this directive to the staff to make a change to the URC. And can you just explain to me the purpose of that change, to have the union reps go to the DLC presidents before assisting members?
Right. So what he just said was, what was the kind of the final incident with this? As the Local 1000 president, I instructed staff that when they go inside DLCs to please contact the DLC president. Now, the first email went out, it may not have been worded perfectly, so we sent out a revised email. And so the staff had a problem with that. Now, this is the same staff that just got a 14% pay increase on October 1st, 2021. They got Juneteenth for a holiday, and they haven't had a pay increase since 2006. And this is the same staff, because we're not hypocrites here at Local 1000. They have telework. They work from home, and the only difference is when a dues paying member or a represented employee calls and says, I need you at my work site, I have a problem, they're supposed to go out there. The staff has an attitude. They think that they run the union, but they don't. Some of the staff. But unfortunately, the staff is being painted with a broad brush right now. It's unfortunate. I have the powers to do that. The VPs didn't like the decision, but I don't have to consult the VPs on those types of decisions. But they want to have the same type of power as the president. And it's unfortunate because they have never respected me as the president. And Irene Green, who's here right now, the VP of bargaining, it's on the meeting notes that you know about. And she said it's unfortunate that the members put me in office. She said that out of her own mouth. The other two have been very sneaky about how they've tried to work with me and for all the things I've done for them already.
The way they described it to me was people ended up getting disciplined, and in general, how they described it and what they told me was like there are differing directives from you, and then people kind of they do the wrong thing and now they get an adverse action. What's your response to the accusations of them that you give different directions?
Well, no, wait a minute. It wasn't different directions. We sent out the email, and then we sent out a revised email. The confusion is they want to create confusion because they don't want to do it. They don't want to do their job. That's the problem. And some of them, and 2 people were written up because you have to, they have a union. And I respect UAW 2350. And when they did their protest in the parking lot, I said, I respect that. And when they did their call out for 2 straight days, I respect that. I didn't ask them for doctor's notes, but I knew they were mad. I knew they were just calling out purposely. But I didn't push the issue because I'm not a hypocrite.
What are your plans for the building now that you and your supporters have regained it?
Well, here's the thing. This moment right now just happened. So there are no plans because I did not know that people were going to come down here today. They were trying to have a special board meeting today to strip me of all my powers and kick me out of the union. But praise God, through Jesus Christ, they say that meeting got stopped. And that's God. That's God at work.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
And I told you this. I was put here through a revelation. They don't realize what they're doing. When they're trying to remove me from office, suspend me permanently, what they're telling people is your vote doesn't matter. In this great country that I serve, your vote matters in this country. Whether you're voting for national leaders, state leaders, your union leaders, you're voting on different bills, your vote matters in this country. And there's no way that people's voices should be robbed. And what they're trying to do is rob the people of their voices. That's what they're doing. And it's funny because we know in this union, we're about half Republican and half Democrat. And these Democrats who I belong to the same party are acting like this. So it appears to me, it doesn't matter what political party you belong to. Either you're for what's right or you're for what's wrong.
Earlier I saw you were moving a bunch of cartons of documents and stuff. What was that?
So they went inside my office and they ransacked my office. They went through all my confidential stuff, all my strategy work. They ran through it. Well, who did that? I don't know who did it, but I know that before they suspended me, the chief of staff, who I stopped a lot of her duties, had a key to my office. Now, I don't know who ran through it, but they ran through my confidential paperwork. That was wrong. And they know they're wrong. And then you know what? Now maybe we can have a peace deal. I am not unreasonable. But when people tell you to suck a dick and eat a dick, what does that tell you? That means they have no intention on working with you. Does that represent the entire 65 members of the board, with myself included? No. Does it represent a significant number on the board? I would say yes. And that's wrong.
Okay, and since I've got you here now, I've got to ask you. People have been posting on Facebook about some stuff from your past, court records.
That has nothing to do, my past has nothing to do with me being the Local 1000 president. People are saying these things about me to discredit me, to destroy me. Again, that's racism, because anytime a black man comes and brings the heat and he refuses to sell out, they want to go into his past, they want to make stuff up, they throw everything on the wall, they see what sticks. That's racism 101. And I hope some black folks on Facebook understand what I'm saying. Because most black people, when they get to the top, they sell your ass out. I don't do that. I haven't sold out no one. I haven't sold out my blackness. I have not sold out Local 1000. I haven't sucked up to any of these politicians. I've held my ground. Next question, sir.
So there's nothing from your past that could.
My past has nothing to do with me being the president. I work for the state of California. Again, that's a racist thing to try to discredit me by trying to go inside someone's past. That has nothing to do with this. What's your next question, sir?
What's your next move?
What's my next move?
They're having a meeting right now.
No, they said that meeting got stopped.
Okay.
Maybe you have more access. Maybe they called you.
No.
No, Bill Hall didn't call you. Bill Hall, nobody from the board. Bill Hall or no one from that board has called to say they're still going on with the meeting.
I have not spoken with anyone there. I was
So
intending to watch it.
So you've never spoken to Bill Hall before?
I've spoken with him, not this morning.
Oh, not this morning. Okay. Okay.
They take out of the office. He never answered you.
My confidential paperwork.
Yeah, you took the paper.
That's my confidential paperwork that I use to run Local 1000. It's my confidential paperwork that was ransacked.
Okay.
Okay.
Have the locks have been changed by now?
You know, I don't know if all the locks have been changed. I don't know all the exact details because I didn't plan this. I didn't organize this. And I'm not authorizing none of these people to talk about what they've done until they've talked about it with me first, because I am the president of Local 1000. But Local 1000 right now is shut down. So when the staff tries to come to work on Monday morning, you're not going to be able to come in unless you have my approval. So you're probably wondering, is the chief counsel still have her job? Ann Giese, are you wondering that to yourself?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think common sense tells us. I think common sense tells us a lot of things.
Okay. That's about all the questions I have right now.
And you know, as far as you say, what are my plans? I didn't plan this. So you're asking me, you know, we're doing unscripted, unedited, unrehearsed. I don't have no plan. My plan is to ensure that 21% pay increase for that contract negotiations next year, that happens. My plan is to ensure that the essential worker premium pay gets done. My plan is to make sure that telework agreement gets done. And we're not taking $50 and $25. That's peanuts.
What is the right amount?
Listen to me. Any decisions that are made that are not made by Richard Lewis Brown, the Local 1000 president, are invalid. And I hope the state of California, I hope Cal HR, I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening.
What do you think the amount should be for the telework agreement?
Well, on our website, on our website, the members, we did a survey and the members were like, stick to the $100. They didn't say take that 50 and 25. And in fact, the members were saying in the survey that they don't know who their DLC presidents are, that they missed the communication with their leadership. So when these DLC presidents, this board of directors tell you they're trying to save membership, that is an absolute 1000% lie.
In your view, what needs to happen to get this all resolved for the union to return to operations?
You know what? I'm an easygoing guy. I want to make sure people get paid substantial pay increases. I want to work with the board of directors. But when someone tells you they're coming with an axe to chop your head off, and they say, hey, meet me around the block, let's have a meeting so I can chop your head off, what are you going to do, Wes? Are you going to meet them around the block for the meeting? Or are you going to say, you know what, we'll have the meeting, but sometime in the future?
Transparency.
Common sense. And here's the thing. That meeting they were having this morning, they said the first part of that meeting was on Facebook. But when they were going to try to suspend me and do all this evil stuff, they was going to take that offline. Because the policy file says executive session, that's not open to membership. Let me tell you something. When someone's trying to really stick it to you and run you into a cliff, they take it offline. No, if you want to do something, you want to be transparent, you want to go to this membership, do everything out in the open. Do it all out in the open.
Yeah.
But they don't want to do that. And that's why they did that trick meeting, that insurrectionist coup meeting at the headquarters of the Democratic Party down here in Sacramento, October 16th and 17th. That's how evil they are. Not all the board, but a certain number of people on that board. They do not respect membership. You know why they don't respect membership? Because they don't respect themselves. They don't love themselves. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just doing a simple observation. That's all.
That's all from me.
All right, listen. Wes and his SACBEE. Leslie. So Wes and Leslie at SACBEE were so nice. They asked the tough questions. And it's all on video. He'll write the story the way he deems fit. I don't know if his editor will make him change his words. But here's what I do know. I was sent here. And as these days grow long, you're going to see this. They're not going to push me out. They're going to try. But usually before you have something great happens, you have to go through a great adversity. Maybe you haven't gone through no adversity in your life. Maybe you lived the perfect life, Wes, and you've never made any mistakes. Because we all as Americans have made mistakes. And most of us who make mistakes, they don't become public figures, so they don't have to worry about their mistakes. But sometimes when you become a public figure, you may have made a mistake or two, and then people try to add to the mistake or take away from the mistake. You don't really know what's true and what's not, because sometimes people give you one side of the story on somebody, but you don't get the whole complete story. Here's what I do know. For Local 1000, I'm gonna give you the whole story since June 30th, but it actually starts on May 24th, when the cops, May 25th, when the cops came to my house where I could have lost my life. But the cops, the Sacramento police, they did not stereotype this black man.
Woo!
But Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, was it Teresa Bland? Sandra Bland, Philip Philando Castile. See, those black people didn't have that chance. And when I tell people that I'm not just here as a labor leader, I'm here on many different facets, and those police came to my house on May 25th and they refused to tell me who called, what does that tell you about my black life in this country? What does that tell you? That tells you I had the blessing of God to survive that police stop while I'm sleeping in my own house. And you've never dug in Local 1000's chest. You've never dug in SAC police and said, what the hell is going on? You didn't dig in their chest and ask them 1,000 questions. But yet you want to ask me a lot of questions. I'm done. Listen, I love everyone. Today is March 5th, 2022. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, your Local 1000 president. You have a great day, and we'll be back soon. Love you.